Welcome to another episode on our channel. So, as you know, I've been obsessed now with Star Wars, becoming a recent Star Wars fan and catching up on collecting pieces from the first initial movies to more recent movie series. And there was one character I really wanted to get. And now that the market is a bit soft, I thought I could maybe undercut some prices and so forth. But this came all the way from South Korea, but it still was the lowest deal I could get, and pretty good deal. And they taped, it's like they taped sides, this side here, and there's a little flip over here in terms of tape here, this side too, sides here, but they missed this, you know, the lengthwise end corners here. And if I look at all sides, you know, there's almost every single edge is dinged in. Now they did tape this side too, but you know, you can tell by when you look at it, there are dings on the ends. And it's a box they cut down. So what that tells me is that this box is really squeezed. The art box is really squeezed into this box. And with all the damage to the box, I'm not too hopeful that the art box escaped damage. The only side I saw on the auction was the front part of the box. And when you open up the box, the inside of the front top part of the box, but the front looked great. And now I'm not too hopeful, but we'll see what happens. So with that, let's the bird thing out. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. I've stopped trying to look through the plastic because that doesn't help me. Just to give you a heads up, it's an Ewok. Wicket. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Yeah. Well, that side's good. So on the front, oh my gosh, it's worse than I thought. It's very much dinged. You can even see it to the other side here. All right. That side may be questionably dinged, but this side is definitely dinged. You can kind of tell there, right? And as we go around, wouldn't you know it, that side's not too bad. Oh, no, here. Okay. I can see it actually better on the screen. Oh, there we go, right here. And up here. Oh my goodness. It got crucified. And then here. Okay. Right in here. Right in here. And oh, there's like a line here that goes down. Like somebody took a straight edge but the weird thing is there, you know, it just stops at this piece, like a straight edge up here, but it stops here. It doesn't go into the box. It's a straight line all the way from here down to here, but there doesn't appear to be any cuts to the box. So we will pause and open this up. I am disheartened. It is truly, you know, beat up. And given the look of the box, I was mentally preparing for that to happen. You know, if the front of the box, like I saw in the auction, was okay, you know, I would be in better shape, but you can tell that this is dinged up, right? You can see there. And then if you look down here, not here, down here, you can really tell that this is dinged up pretty darn bad all the way to the other side. And if I just had a clean view of the top, I would be content. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but these things are hard to get with the prices that you want. So we'll see what happens, but they said the item was perfect. The picture of the front of the box looked really great. And so I decided to go for it. The artwork, oh my gosh, as always. And I did want to say here, you know, with some other Hot Wars, Star Wars Hot Toys figures that I've been noticing, they have some red coloration in the little thing that goes around the top part of the box. When it doesn't clash with the box, I love it like this. If it's like oranges and yellows, it's perfect. But if it's just bright red, it just clashes with the box. I don't get that. This one I do get. This one's perfect. All right. So the artwork is also perfect. Love it. And I'm not anti-box. It's just I'm anti-expensive, costly things. So when you can get figures that are nicely priced, that's good. What's this? It says, oh, thanks for the purchase and long waiting. Have a good day. That kind of makes it hard for me to want to complain. But they really should have done something with that box. I mean, they put bubble wrap around it, a lot of bubble wrap, but the box was so tight against the bubble wrap and the art box that you just, you would expect significant damage the way things are delivered these days. But that was a nice touch. Let's see what we have though. Oh. It's so cute. Oh my God. This is where our female voices go up like 10 times. Look at how cute it is. It's an Ewok. It's Wicket. Oh, I've been wanting one of these ever since I became a Star Wars fan. All right. So I have a Wicket. What we'll do is pause now. I'll get everything out, see what's in the box, and they said nothing was missing. I trust them on that score. I just wish that, again, they had put a little more space. I almost dropped it. A little more space in between the box, the art box, and the outside mailer box. Put a little more space, gap in between, extra bubble wrap in between or paper in between. I think that would have gone a long way to protecting the box itself. So, but he is cute. Okay. All right. We'll pause now and get everything out. We'll be right back. As you can probably tell, I think he's absolutely adorable. He is so cute. And I just, yeah, I'm just glad I got a hold of him. So he has relaxed hands on him. He doesn't come with a ton of things, but I don't think that was, I don't think he actually had a ton of things in terms of his role in the movie, Star Wars movies or movie. This is Wicket. So he has relaxed hands on him. He's got gripping hands. And then he has tighter gripping hands. And one of the hands, this one, the left hand, has a snack, a piece of food in there. And Princess Leia gave him a piece of food to befriend him. This is when she first met him, and he didn't know if she was someone to be feared and attacked, or, you know, he had no idea. But when she offered him food, he settled down, which leads us to the drumsticks, which is not food. They're not food. But drumsticks, I've seen the pictures with Sideshow where he used the drumsticks to beat on, like a drum, on the helmets of stormtroopers. So I guess that was the thing. And these are painted very nicely texturized, shading throughout, very nicely done. Extra set of wrist pegs. You can't have too many wrist pegs. And then this wonderful spear. And even though it's plastic, it is just, again, nicely painted, so it really looks like wood. The twine around here, actually, it looks more like wire or string. A lot of different colors are used to give it a nice look of realism, as is the spearhead itself. There's some texture to it and shadowing in the right places. So this is nicely done. So that's pretty much it with the accessories. And then we have the stand. And normally I don't like stands that are flat. This thing is pretty flat, but it does have, you know, kind of like a kind of a forestry kind of look to it. But when you put this piece on one corner, it does give it much more character. So that part is cool, actually. Not sure it needs to be as big as it is. I mean, it's pretty wide. And of course, this is the little guy. And the stand holder is one of these things. So it's not a crotch grabber, but it's the waist grabber. So you would just, you know, put them in this way, which works. So now the big question is how to set him up. I have an idea of how to do it. So we'll pause. Let me get him into a pose, and then we'll get him on a turn tray so you can see him from different angles. The neat thing that I'm thinking of, you know, and I wanted to see if I could create a Wicket or an Ewok, but I dared not to until I actually saw one. So maybe I can create 2 or 3, the second version, the third version, now that I've seen it and know what it looks like. We'll see. It just depends. Do I need 3? Number one, probably don't. But it would be interesting to see if I could recreate it. And if I could, then tell you how I did it so you can save money if you wanted to add this to your collection. So anyway, we'll be right back. We'll get them on a turn tray and take a spin around. So this guy, Wicket, was made in 2019 by Hot Toys, of course. And he is more articulate than some of my Avenger figures, where they're tight outfits on, where you can hardly move the shoulders or the torso or what have you. I can bend him at his knees, at his feet, his torso, his elbows, his shoulders, and basically create a variety of poses with this guy. So I decided to have him kind of running with his spear in hand, so to speak. There you go. That's better. Okay. All right. So let's just go around and see him from a distance. It's nice you could put this really on any side, but I would be tempted to not put it in the front, but in the back somewhere. So I think it looks great right where it is. The thing about the waist grabber is that he's forward leaning in this run pose. but he's not going to fall over. With a crotch grabber, chances are he won't fall over. Waist grabber, different story completely. So wonderful. So we'll try to get some tighter close-ups now from here on up. The thing about Ewoks that I didn't know is that they have a thumb and two fingers. So that was surprising. It doesn't matter. They're awful, adorable. Look at that. And the waist grabber, I think, it just isn't overly visible. Plus, you're not going to see it in the front regardless. He's definitely adorable. This can go on the other side if you want it on the other side. That's a nice thing. The one thing I wouldn't do, though, is put it in the front. It would just kind of block some of his view. It was little Miss Evil getting too close to little Mr. Simon. There we go. That's better. Okay, now we'll get a tighter close-up of his face. He really is adorable. Look at the cute eyes, the nose, the mouth. And this headscarf, it's just absolutely perfect. We'll just go side to side. You can see the stitching in around the ear for the headscarf. It's nice touch, plus all the shading that's taking place in the headscarf too. Stitching up here in the front. And of course, along the side. And you've got a close-up now of his two fingers and his thumb. Absolutely adorable. There you go. So the only thing that comes close to cuteness like this is Grogu. The tinier they are, the more adorable they are to me. So yeah, I like what I see. I am going to try to give it a shot in terms of making one of these, and we'll see how it turns out. If I can figure out how to do it, I will share that with you guys. In the meantime, I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.